Now all of a sudden I want to do it, and it's like downtown redevelopment in Monroe. Why? I think I was able to talk you into somewhat redeveloping a building. That had something to do with others being around us too, but then also where I tell people, hey, look, here's an opportunity. This is what's coming. This is what's going through here. This is what's going to go here. This is what you have here. I can sell you on all of this. It's all walkable if you can do something here. And there's a lot of people in our community, and there's a couple of different ways in it too. In questions I've asked, like why is downtown not being developed? And I'd really love if anybody has a comment to give us your reason why you think downtown's not being developed. But
is that a loaded question?
No, okay. I like genuinely because
I don't know the answer. I mean, you say downtown's not being developed, Corey has done some great things. Charles's building down there is really nice. Corey is now about to revamp Parish now to be just as nice as Sushi Coco. Which, dude, I'm sorry, like I just left Maui, I just left Anaheim, I just left Dallas in the Frisco area. And Sushi Coco is about Bing Bishop Construction did that. Guys, I remodel, I don't know, 20, 30, 50 houses a year. Bro, that's a next level of design and construction. Hats off to you, sir. You did a wonderful job. Corey was very proud, but Corey was getting into the details of how they did all this. And I was like, look, man, we put studs in walls. We rocked that up. We run some electrical, take flow texture paint, be done, baby.
That's right.
No, I mean, they took it to the next level. And so Parish is about to get beautiful. So Doze is going out of downtown now. So they're opening, I believe, May 29th. I saw Miss Virginia and Andy and Ryan Watts over there. They're sharing that. Doze Eat Place, shout out. Love those guys.
Thanks for all the steaks when you first got opened. Fed a couple broken backs,
broken and big backs. I remember my CPA going, hey, you spend a lot of money at Doze. I'm not going to disclose how much it was. I ate there 5 nights a week. Now, me and DJ DJ wasn't working for Andy and Ryan, but we were all kind of doing some weird stuff together.
I'd argue that I kind of was because they've had a tenant in that building since the day we started paying rent.
Yeah, so we were their construction crew. I completely forgot where I was going with that.
We're talking about all the steaks and wine.
And I was like, you want to hear the shocker? That's 50% off.
Yeah.
Not to mention how many times we were in there. We got to go and try out the all original, the wine menu.
Oh, yeah.
The whiskey list. We got to go do all that for free.
That was, you walk in.
Bro, that was an incredible experience.
It really was. You walk into Doze, the downtown Doze now. You walk in and you have the bar right over here and you have the booths and stuff. Yeah, you can go around to all of these booths here, but you have those booths here. And on both sides, I believe you have 2 tables and the one big family style table. All of those were covered in wine, and they were all different.
Oh, and not just any wine.
Yeah, no.
We were sampling $300, $400, $500 bottles of wine, things I would never buy for myself.
Right.
And I was like, this is cool.
Yep. Here's some steak bites. We gotta season the grill too.
Yeah, we've had Doze burgers. I bet y'all didn't even know there was a Doze burger.
Yeah.
There's a Doze burger.
Yep.
I've been begging for the last. How long have they been open now? 8 years.
That was 2014.
2014. So I have been asking for over 10 years whenever they would release a Doze burger to the public. I am curious if the new locations shall release some new items.
I think that's on the lunch menu. I don't know if they're doing lunch or anything, but I don't know. It'd be cool.
Yeah. All right, where were we at before we got on the Doze?
You're trying to break some news over here for people that...
I was being quiet. You're over here
I don't know
talking.
any of that. Well, that's what they pay us to do, too. That's the problem with salesmen.
I said, does anybody pay me to keep my mouth shut? Nobody. Actually, no one pays me to keep my mouth shut.
I would actually be okay if somebody did. So here you go. Here's some money. Shut up.
I feel like that would be torturous for me and you not to be able to talk. Yeah. That's what we do all day.
Yeah.
And then when we get bored, we go talk to each other.
Yeah, that's I think we're coming up on about 20 minutes so far now on this episode. But
we can let them just cut.
Yeah, we can do that. That's what we did with the other ones. So we were talking about, and this is something I kind of want to talk about. This is something I've been struggling with the last couple of days. So
Are we getting off the?
No, it's
Okay.
all on the same
All right,
topic.
knowing your value.
Purpose. Like I have a notebook of listings and reevals and appraisals that I need to do, just all these different things. And I keep staring at this, and for whatever reason, I'm just like, it's like, I'll get it done in a little while. I'll get it done in a little while.
Okay.
And it's sitting there like, go do the damn work. And would you have any pointers on killing the procrastination that comes in the work of behind the scenes real estate that nobody really talks about?
Yeah, absolutely. So this all has to do with discipline and a schedule. And I'm going to refer back to a book called Swallow the Frog. Do the hardest things first every day. If you wait and you go, hey, I'm going to do those in the afternoon, and guys, your afternoon's going to fill up. If you have kids, if you have a spouse, if you have anybody that depends on you, employees, believe me, they're going to fill your schedule up. Any time opening, like DJ, you're a father of 3. Like, does your schedule accidentally get busy almost every day?
It doesn't accidentally get busy.
Like, it's just going to
busy.
happen. You know it is. At 3 o'clock, you know that your work time will be limited other than phone calls or appointments. You're not going to be able to just sit around an office and hang out. And so the first thing I'm going to say is swallow the frog. Always plan to do everything hard that you don't want to do first thing every single morning while no one actually needs you. The next thing is that your mornings start with your evenings. Your nighttime schedule will dictate your AM success. Your PM schedule will dictate your AM success. If you have unhealthy, non-replicatable habits that you commit to at night, guys, I'm a drinker, right? Like everybody knows it. You see a picture of me, you've probably seen a picture of me with whiskey in my hand. But there is a limit. And the older you get, you probably need to, pay attention to that limit. And so what used to be, I'm not going to disclose how much I used to drink, a lot, is now probably a quarter, if some nights not a tenth of that. It's now maybe 1 or 2 glasses of whiskey, not a half bottle, right? And because I noticed that my PM habits made my AM success suffer. And then block out time in the morning to make sure that not only are you mentally prepared, physically able, spiritually ready, emotionally stable, but block out time to create a checklist. Make that hit list in the morning. What has to be done in order for me to be successful today? Ben said this when talking about a CEO. And DJ, whether you like it or not, and whether you guys watching like it or not, you are probably the CEO of something you're not aware of, right? It doesn't mean that you're on the real C-suite of a real company. But if you are the head of a household, you are a CEO. If you own a business, you are a CEO. If you employ anybody, you are a CEO. If you're a dad or a mom, you are a CEO. And every CEO has to tend to their business, and you're not going to be able to do everything all at once. But what you can do is every day, when you wake up, when you lace up, and when you show up, is that you can make sure that that one big thing gets done every day. And if you will put the one big ugly thing that has to be done on your schedule every single day, and you get it done first, you will be amazed at the progress that you will make relationally, financially, spiritually, physically, whatever it is that you're looking for. What do you think about that?
I think, so I've tried to do the big ugly thing. We talked about it yesterday afternoon. Actually, both got our minds kind of blown a little bit on that. Valuating a property.
Still don't believe it. I was thinking about that this morning.
Yeah.
I was like, stupid. I wouldn't do it, but I apparently was not the expert on that particular business.
And the expert that owns a bunch of them said, no, this is what I would think it was worth. Unless they have this, unless it's all this and all this, he's like, then it ain't worth nothing.
And we also need books. By the way, we cannot evaluate your businesses if you don't hand us books, or at least even tell us what your sales are.
Yeah, I mean, yes. I will say this: most of the things I evaluate, yes. If you, let's just for instance, if you were buying a house to move into it yourself, that house is probably going to be more expensive than if you were buying a house to make money off of it and rent it. Depending the neighborhoods, depending the rent rolls, depending all of that. But the most important part in that is how many bedrooms, what's the square footage, what kind of rent are you collecting, what kind of shape is the property in. And so I have one right now on the books that we have listed for a certain amount. If the tenant is removed and it is turned into a property that someone would want to, almost overnight, the property's value goes up. Now, in a business, same way. If you own I'll speak on my experience. I had a business that I was trying to sell that was doing it was doing a little over $1 million a year. We evaluated it that it would sell for about $350. And I got in the course of, and we never sold it, but in the course of that time, I had probably about 10 real leads come in, and 2 of which were going to offer because they thought the property came with it at what I was offering. I'm like, guys, it's a $1 million business. It doesn't come with, I don't own the building. I lease the building. Like, oh, okay, yeah, now we're out. People don't like to buy ideas. Now, in this guy's defense, he's not selling the business. He's selling the opportunity at having a business here because it doesn't have a name or a logo or anything on it attached to it. But they are a certain type of business in a certain type of area again, it's going to be a seasonal business, a rural seasonal business. And it's a tremendous opportunity in the right time of year. And it comes with 3 acres of land and things in the ground already. And I think the property attached to a business that is bringing in revenue, I think that's where we're disconnecting here, you and I.
Yeah.
In that if it is an already existing.
Well, I know what that raw real estate's worth, which is beans.
Beans, right.
Yeah.
But to build the structure, to put
I
things
get
in the ground,
replacement
to do
cost
all of that stuff.
argument, but like, man, replacement cost, it just doesn't matter that much to me.
Well,
because when you buy a business, you're buying revenue. Mm-hmm. And if you're not buying revenue, what are you buying? A shitty idea?
Yeah.
I have a disagreement with that evaluation. However, I think we're going to find out if my opinion is valid or not. And I'm completely okay with being wrong to the error of erring to the side of a client. I would love to be wrong, and I would love to see them put that amount of money in their pocket. It'd be phenomenal.
Yeah, it'd be great. But at the end of the day, the valuation, like I said, it all depends on the numbers that are coming in. When I evaluated my property, it was because of the numbers we did the year before, not the numbers we were doing that year. Mm-hmm. Right? And a lot of times the businesses are for sale, and it's not always, but sometimes when businesses are for sale, it's people are trying to get out from underneath a rock because they don't know how to do it, or they don't want to put the energy, time, or effort into getting out from underneath it on their own.
Growing your business a second time is a struggle. I mean, I just know this in owning a real estate team. Like, agents come, agents go. Whoever's with us now, like, we got great people, best the company's ever been, strongest we've ever been, and yet somebody is going to leave me. It's going to happen, and we're going to have to recruit, retrain, rebuild. Like, that's just part of the business, and that is a daunting task. As a business owner, every time you had a manager quit at one of your 2 businesses, it meant that you got your job back, right?
It meant I was going to be in Gigi's chair getting my back realigned for about 2 weeks because I was going to have to work on the line or behind the bar or something. Yeah. And that's real. And that is a daunting, laborious task, especially whenever, like, I mean, how many times did you have to go in and make big hires, or you have to go back in there and you're bartending, you're serving, you're bussing tables, you're being the bouncer at your bar because people didn't show up, or your manager got sick, or they quit. And especially when it's somebody who has a role other than just showing up and being a placeholder. Right. That is tough. And you get your job back over and over and over again. It was a conversation of mine and Amanda's yesterday. It had nothing to do with me. It was about a different situation. And it was, that the other person was extremely frustrated. And I was like, I get it. And this is also, like, I mean, business owners, I want to say, do get to make more money than a W-2 person if they're successful, which is, I don't know what percentage it is, but it's less or successful than fail. And it's the reason that you get the opportunity for a higher scale income is because it is your job to deal with and to solve for the people problem. Yeah, you know, they say in every business, if it weren't for customers and employees, it'd be the easiest thing you'd ever do.
Hell yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
But those are the two determining factors that dictate if you're successful or if you're not.
Yeah.
And so, you know, when that's where the business is won and lost, that's where you're working.
Yeah.
And if you're not working there, you're losing.
Yeah. So let's get back to that topic because you asked me a question. I gave you an
Yep.
answer.
Yep.
You said that something didn't work for you. Tell me what that was and why you feel like it didn't work for you.
No, it was for that was evaluating this property, and it's because, in all honesty, I really just don't know.
I mean, so,
In this particular property, without saying what it is, like I just, because it's so rural, it's so disconnected. There's not a lot of information out there to gain from this, and you know, you can chat GPT everything you want, but there's so many flaws in that. And
turns out that if our expert is right, then chat GPT was more right than you and me.
Right.
So DJ, I'm going to argue that I don't think you did anything wrong. I think that you didn't think about it the right way. Because if I were you, I would have been looking to pull, so the one thing, your superpower, DJ, is that you are resourceful in your network. And I believe that you missed that mark on this one because you came and asked me, and I was like, neither one of us know. Why don't we just call our expert? We have somebody in our phone that they know that particular business maybe better than anybody else locally, and they'll answer our phone call. We called, problem solved in how long?
Yeah, it took all of 30 seconds.
Okay, so maybe you didn't have a problem at all. Maybe it was just you got lost in the busy. Yeah, made it harder than it needed to be.
No, I was procrastinating, and it's I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the end of the year, because there's like this week I have to be in 3 different places at the same time, which is, you know, shout out to all you single moms out there. It's difficult.
Hey, my buddy DJ's single.
No, he's not yet.
Oh, my bad. Never mind.
Soon.
Shit.
But and then there's that on top of it. It's that whole ordeal. And
I just want to go home now.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. DJ's not looking, guys. Let's figure this real estate stuff out first. Let's get the career fun.
I like that answer.
Yeah, it's in fact, so it's kind of one of those stuck in good old chat GPT. I plugged in there yesterday. I'm like, hey, I want to do this. 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 And by December, not this year, of next year, that's what are the top 10 things I need to focus on, and what do I need to do, and how do I need to grow? And it spit it out, and I printed it out. You know, I still haven't read that list. Still haven't read it.
Okay.
And so it's that like stuck.
It sounds to me like you're letting life happen instead of being intentional with your time. And dude, I think everybody gets into that. And I don't know if it's burnout. I don't know if it's tired. I don't know if it's monotony. But there's always something for me to do. And I find myself sometimes staring out a window and then 30 seconds later snapping out and going like, you have a ton to do. Like, why are you wasting time? And I have to go write those things down and force myself into it. And it's kind of like the gym, DJ.
Which is so wild because I don't I love it, and I don't even
because
think
you're in
about
the habit of it now.
Yeah,
you're in the habit. Yeah. But I guarantee you take 3 weeks off, and I bet that first day sucks. Right? You're in the habit, but are you in the habit?
Harrison, if I took a week off, it's summertime, bro.
Yeah. Well, at least you'll go swimming.
Yeah.
Speaking of swimming, DJ looked like a freaking lobster yesterday.
Yes, and I'm gonna be brown by Saturday, so y'all can all suck it.
Yeah, but I think just like going to the gym, no one wants to go there. Now, look, we have legitimate. There's somebody out there who's gonna be like, "Oh, you're wrong. I love going to the gym," because you're an addict and you love the gym.
I've gotten to the point where I don't even work out with Joe anymore because our schedules conflict. I'm just going by myself.
And you're like, I gotta go.
Headphones, this is my clarity each day.
Yeah.
Even at 6, and now I started this morning at 6:30 because I don't drop kids off at school anymore, which is
heavenly,
a little easier for me. But it's become that, and it's become that somewhat that release and that all right, this is how I get my day started, and it feels a lot better.
Okay, well, that's now because a habit's been created. You understand that it's a great thing for you. Now, let's go back to what's when you peaked out. How much did you weigh when you were top?
Top 380.
380. That's a big boy, homie.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's fat.
I wasn't gonna say it. I was just gonna say like, geesh.
There are pictures I see of myself, and my head is big, but now it's more like this. It was round. Yeah. It was like that globe right there.
Yeah. Well, I complimented you yesterday. You walked in looking like a square. Mm-hmm. You know,
starting to wear clothes that I used to fit in college.
Yeah,
I'm still not there yet, but getting there.
Yeah, but okay, so we go back to 380, DJ, and tell me how you felt about going to the gym then.
Oh, absolutely not.
Right. And it's the same thing because you didn't understand how great it was going to be for you once you got it done and once it became a healthy habit in your life.
Right.
And I think working off your checklist, doing the most important things in your life, having the hard conversations, lead generating, going through and pricing properties, doing your paperwork, doing your checklist, the things that we don't want to do are oftentimes the healthiest things that we could do.
Yeah.
Not just healthy, most effective things we could do.
Right.
And we fight those things. Make a list, have a proper AM schedule so that your PM schedule so that your AM schedule can be successful, and do the hard things first. And if you do that, give it 6 weeks. Come back and tell me what happens to your business and your time, because I have a feeling that your time is likely not being utilized because you're not doing those things.
Oh, it's not. I know it's not.
Yeah.
One of the things I am having to shift too is, when you become an entrepreneur, it's very, very easy to bring work home.
I have yet to discover how not to, but that's also a me fault.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Well, I wouldn't call it a fault. I have 3 children at home that, if my nose is stuck in a computer and a phone, like my little girl will let me know, hey, I want your time. Give it to me. Right, my boys are more like they're playing video games. They'll
come
talking to their friends. Like, hey, Dad, I'm hungry. What we eating tonight? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
But her, like, that's my little ride or die. She is on my hip, my little homie all the time. And like last night, hey, can you make us some popcorn so we can watch a movie? I was like, well, baby, I'm working on this and I'm doing this. I don't really want, but Dad, we really need to watch a movie tonight. I was like,
and you can't say no to that.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, I'll go make some popcorn. I'll be right back.
And she's like, now she looks sweet, and I'm sure DJ has seen a sweet side to her. I call her the Tasmanian devil because I lived with her.
Oh, she's wild.
Yeah, this girl is wild. So I come in. So during the ice storm, we all lived here together. DJ stayed here with us, and Beckett is hiding behind a trash can, pouting, not really crying. She goes, "Where's my daddy?" She knew, like, so I was like, "Hey, grab my hand. Let's go find Dad," right? And so we're walking all around the building. DJ was upstairs putting in some work. And I was like, "Hey, she was looking for you." And he just looked at her. He goes, "She knew exactly where I was. 5 minutes ago, I was downstairs, and I told her I was going upstairs. And I asked her something. I was like, "Beckett, we gave you a code to get upstairs. You don't know the code?" She goes, "I know the code." And she just wanted attention. And so, my old coach, Olivia, who I used to do a podcast with, she told me something. I don't think she made it up. Somebody else came up with this, but it was a great quote that I've remembered when I'm interacting with Clayton. And it's that kids spell love T.I.M.E. And, man, I'm telling you, when Olivia told me that, I felt like a complete sack of shit. Because the thing that we don't have in my life is a lot of time. And like last night, I hadn't seen Clayton in 3 weeks. We FaceTimed and, talked on the phone and stuff, but it's not the same.
No.
And I finally was able to get him. He was out of town. His mom had some things going on, and I couldn't get him. And I got him last night, and the work poured on. Agent calls, attorney calls. And at some point, I just had to look at him and go, he's on the couch watching YouTube on his phone by himself, and I haven't seen him in 3 weeks. Harrison, you're a jerk. And so I went and hopped on the couch, and we wrestled and hung out for like an hour, rolling around on the floor. He taught me a fun game. It's called Tap Out.
Yeah.
It's jiu-jitsu.
It
has rules now.
It
comes with wrestling rules.
Yeah.
And I was like, "So it's wrestling?" He goes, "No, it's called Tap Out." And I was like, and then he told me the rules, and I was like, "So it's jiu-jitsu?" And he's like, "No, it's called Tap Out." And we get on the ground, and I'm like, It's jiu-jitsu with wrestling rules. But whatever, we played the game.
Yep.
Then we did the presidential physical fitness test last night. We did push-ups and planks and throwdowns and
in things that have blown my mind in the last week. I just need to share this because I don't think my oldest child gets his flowers as much as he should. Because I've always referred to him as my mathlete, but he was one of like 10 kids in his class that actually got the physical fitness medal.
Really?
Yeah.
Could he do the pull-ups?
No.
Or did they make him do hangs?
It's for him. I think the reason he got this, he said he's like, yeah, I did like 30 laps in the pacer test, and I'm like, Phoenix, I don't have a clue what that means. Not the slightest idea.
But 30 sounds awesome.
But I do know 30 laps of anything is a lot.
30 laps around this table.
Yeah, it's a lot, right? It's a lot. And I was like, you ran 30 laps or whatever. He's like, yeah, just kept going. We're running around the gym 30 laps. I was like, Phoenix, that's a lot. Mm-hmm. He's like, well, I'm not very fast. I was like, you don't need to be fast to run cross country.
Yeah.
You just need endurance and go, and then you learn how to be quicker.
You'll get better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think we might have found a sport for you, buddy.
Hey.
And so, but no, he got that. And I'm gonna tell you, we all like.
Are you telling me Roblox isn't a sport, Dad?
Right. Right. He's more of Minecraft. The other ones are Roblox.
Oh yeah, sorry.
But,
I can't. It's a block game.
They're both stupid.
I agree.
But if you know my children, he's probably my least athletic, and but I think he found something that he enjoys and he's good at, and I think he's got that. I'm not. When he said I'm not very fast, I was like, buddy, look at your dad. I've never been confused with being fast. The
only thing fast on you is your mouth.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
No doubt.
Yeah.
All right, DJ, we are coming at time.
It is.
Yeah. Guys, we appreciate y'all. I have to tell you something. Mm-hmm. We have done a cool thing. At least someone watches this podcast and our reels. Went to an appointment yesterday. Chris Ruck set the listing appointment.
Nice.
Do you remember on our podcast where we talked about Chris being the number one agent in NELA?
Hell yeah.
Okay. And the guy listened to my explanation and everything. It made complete sense to him. He typically uses another realtor. But they don't have the programs that we talk about here, cash offer, renovate now, pay later. He saw those episodes as well, put 2 and 2 together, and he said, I have that Chris Rucks fella in my phone. Him and Chris met sometime randomly, and Chris is bold as hell, so somehow Chris ended up in his phone. And the guy was like, well, I know that Chris guy, and I like that program, and they're the only ones that offer it. Called Chris. Chris is getting a listing and a buy on it. I went to the appointment last night because it was a renovate now, pay later, and I had to go get bids and stuff. And the guy told me that the podcast was the reason he called Chris. So congrats, DJ.
Hey, Chris, let me hold $1.
Right, that's what I said, right? I was like, and next time tell us. Like, we don't want to take anything. We need to know that we're doing something meaningful up here at some level, and I'll take that. That's my win for the year. If we get one transaction off this, whatever.
That's a solid. I call bullshit on that. I want way more than one transaction, though. If y'all need commercial stuff, holla at your boy.
Call your boy.
We about to list a big warehouse. If y'all need warehousing space, everything going on around here, let's get it done.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, know your worth. Protect your schedule. Let's go be better humans. We appreciate you. And that's what the deal be.
Have a good one. Later.